In this video, I'm going to be sharing 7 tips to rank YouTube videos. So if you've ever been struggling getting more views, more subscribers, more leads for your business, more sales and all of that sort of stuff, then you're going to want to watch this video until the end, because I reveal 7 tips and tricks on how I have been ranking videos and earning through these methods. Now, if you stay and watch this video until the end, I'm going to show you how you can get access to my overnight local business ranking course, which is a 14-part video course, less than an hour long, super specific, and it teaches you the theory behind a very powerful method to ranking. And then I also show you step by step the practical approach to applying this method. It's a really easy course to follow. You don't need to be tech savvy, and by the end of it you're going to have a really good grasp on what video SEO is and how to properly apply it to your business. With that being said, let's jump into the 7 tricks on how to rank YouTube videos. Tip number 1 is timestamps. Now, if you don't know what a timestamp is, it's very simple. It's basically a way of breaking up your video into chapters, and like you can see on the screen at the bottom, you can see that it creates bars on the timeline, and this can be easily done just by adding a simple information in your description. Now, you may be thinking, well, you know, that seems like a lot more effort, but actually when you apply a timestamp, it's another fantastic chance of getting more secondary keywords into your description, which means that when someone not only types for the title of your video or your main keyword, but also for your secondary keywords, it will also show up with the exact moment you talk about that specific topic in your video. So it's another great way of giving your videos a boost and enhancing everything you do. Tip number 2 is all about backlinking. And no, I'm not talking about the sort of backlinks where you need to go beg bloggers and all sorts of people to post your link. I'm actually talking about something you have full control of, which is placing your other video URL into a current video description that you own. So in other words, go into one of your other videos on your YouTube channel and place the video title of another video on your YouTube channel followed by the video URL. Now, this method actually works best when you use a related video. By doing this, you're basically helping YouTube understand more and more about what your video is about, and if it's related content, then all it's going to do is act as a little boost. And again, the more little boosts you have, the better chance you have of ranking. Tip 3 is like the enhanced version of the backlinking, but instead of doing it with your own URLs, you take other people's content which is on its way to becoming trending, and all you do is replace their video title with their video title and their video URL here as well. And all of a sudden what will happen is you're telling YouTube that your specific video is related in some way to this trending video, and YouTube will likely start suggesting your video in the suggested video tab. And what you can see here is this video is all about email signatures, and I actually have a video all about email signatures as well. So all that's going to happen is when people are watching this video, their eyes might draw to the suggested bar, and what's actually going to happen is they're going to click on your video as well, which ultimately you're hijacking other people's traffic. Tip 4 is all about the keyword research side of things. So instead of being like most people where they try to rank for really hard and competitive keywords, you want to go around those keywords and start targeting long tail keywords. Sure, it might be a little bit less traffic, but it will be considerably easier to get ranked. And what will happen over time is those long tail keywords which contain the short tail keyword will start being broken up into shorter, more competitive keywords, and then your traffic will start exploding. Most people don't really know how to do proper keyword research, so I use a tool called Vidly, and here's how the tool works. What you'll do, you'll be logged into your Vidly account. If you want to explore this software, I have a discount down below. It's something at this current time, it's something like 65% off you get off this software. But here's how it works. You sell fishing rods, for example. You would click on here, type in fishing rods, Scroll down, change the geo if you want to, or leave it as is. Say to Vidly, hey, where do I want to drag all of these non-competitive keywords from? And then you'll just go ahead and click research. Now, once Vidly finishes loading, what it does is it shows you a whole bunch of information and long tail keywords that not many other people are trying to get rankings for, which means it's a golden opportunity for anyone who's willing to put in a little bit more work to rank for these keywords. And what will happen is that if you use a whole bunch of these keywords and create independent videos, which I show in my other video trainings, then what will happen is that over time your YouTube channel will build authority because of the consistency and the quality of your videos. And then instead of ranking for the whole long tail keyword, you might actually start ranking for fishing rods and reels. And that's just the way the algorithms work. Great way of getting in through the back door and start competing with all these really high authoritative, already established channels. Tip 5 is using a niche analysis tool to really get an idea of how difficult the keywords you want to rank for is. Let's face it, we spend a lot of time creating our videos, and you want to know that once you upload that video, it's actually going to rank. So using a niche analysis tool to rank your videos makes your life a lot easier, and it stops you from wasting your time. So to give you an example of how a niche analysis tool works, let me show you. So I'm back in the Vidly tool, and this is the Vidly Pro version of Vidly. So what you can see is Vidly have a niche analysis tool, and the way this works is you would enter, your keywords. So let's say we're back on the fishing rod idea, so best fishing rods. Before I create a whole video about best fishing rods, let's go ahead and see how hard it is to actually rank for that specific keyword. Okay, so now once it finishes loading, what Vidly Pro actually does is it tells you it will be hard to rank on the top 5 spots on YouTube. And then it also gives you even more information by telling you it will be hard to rank on the first page of YouTube. So in other words, it's just a hard keyword to go for. And if we scroll down, you get a whole bunch of data all about the top 10 videos on YouTube ranking for that sort of keyword. So using a tool like Vidly for your niche analysis really gives you the insight that you need in order to save your time and ultimately get faster results when you do proper research. If you want more information about this tool, I actually have a full website with tutorials, reviews, demos, anything you can think of, as well as some bonus content and some discounts for Vidly. If you visit grabvidly.com or click the link in the description below, you'll be taken to that review website where you can get all the information you need about Vidly. Tip number 6 is pinned post. Now, for some reason, I look on so many YouTube channels, even some of the bigger ones, and they don't use the pinned post tab. Now, people, one of the first things they actually do is they look at the comments before they even look at the description, only because people are very focused on time wasting and stuff like that. So they go straight to the comments before they even press play on the video, just to see if this video is a waste of time or not. But one of the great things about that is, as long as you understand that that's what people do, you can add your next video or a YouTube URL to your next video in the pinned post. And the reason this is so effective is because it aligns with what YouTube is trying to achieve on their platform, which is keeping people watching videos on the platform. So if YouTube sees people going to your video number 1, then clicking on your link, which takes them to video number 2, then that's actually creating a really strong backlink and profile for your videos and your channel, which is going to tell YouTube, hey, whatever this channel's doing, they're doing well because people are clicking on their other videos, and therefore you will start getting more exposure and a boost in traffic. And finally, tip number 7 is the geo hack. So if you're a local business, this is a really powerful way that I actually talk more about in my overnight ranking course that you will get when you purchase Vidly through my link as a thank you. Now, the way the geo hack works in a nutshell is you would put in the services that you want to rank for and then your geo. So in other words, let's have a look at a video I ranked live on video in one of my other YouTube videos. So I'm in incognito mode because incognito mode stops Google catering the search results and gives you a non-biased view of where you're actually ranking. So in Google, I'm going to type in plumbing services Preston, England, and go to the video tab, and you can see #1 ranking is my video. Now, the reason this is so effective is because of how focused it is. And you can see I uploaded this video on the 16th of November 2020, and today's date is Monday the 30th of November, which means I uploaded this video approximately 14 days ago. So 2 weeks later, it's still the #1 ranking on Google. Now, one really important note about this ranking method, because there's a massive misconception that just because something gets more or less views is the sole factor on whether or not it's going to be profitable. It's not the case at all. There's certain keywords that get barely any results, but because it's so laser focused, it encourages the clicks, which actually means it's more focused, gets you the clicks, and it gets them in front of where you want them to actually be, which increases the chances of a lead being generated or even a sale. Don't be fooled that just because something's got 10 views a month, it won't be profitable, because in theory, if you have, let's say, 10 videos each generating 2 or 3 clicks a month, then that's like 30 clicks to your website. And if you have a conversion rate of, let's say, 10%, then that's 3 sales per month from organic traffic, and you doing one thing once and leaving it to do whatever. Don't be concerned with, if this particular search is getting 1,000 views. What's more important is the intent of the search, okay? You will, in fact, ranking for plumbing services and your geo is much more effective than actually just ranking for plumbing services. Your locals are going to be searching for local businesses, and they will put in their area. And if you're the only local business trying to rank for your area, then guess who's going to get the bulk sum of clicks? You, because you were smart enough to understand that that's how people search. Those were the 7 tips to increase your YouTube rankings. But one last thing, if you visit grabvidly.com or click the link in the description below, you're going to come across my review website. And although this is predominantly about a keyword research tool that I use every single day, I also have loads of different methods on how you can be ranking and using this tool. It's a fantastic tool. I love this tool. I use it every single day. And if you scroll to the bottom, what you're also going to find is a bunch of bonuses, which they're not PLR content or anything like that. These are custom bonuses created by me. These are methods I use, and it's training, just very streamlined, very simple training to help you get started, not with just the tool, but to actually give you the fundamentals of video SEO, and just to understand and finally break down that keyword research that so many people struggle with. So it's actually teaching you more of a process than anything else, which is so unbelievably important. And again, you will gain access to these when you click on any of the links, any of the buttons like this one, to purchase this tool. With that being said, we are at the end of the video, and if you enjoyed this video or you found it helpful in any way, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, because I release video SEO tips and tricks every single day to help you, the individual or the business owner, grow online. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.